My name is Erica Sykes, and today we'll be talking to you about mental health and the subtopic of depression. Have you ever wondered why do you feel the way you feel, and how do you feel that way? It's a good question. A lot of people suffering from mental health illnesses are unable to answer it because the things that they are feeling inside of them are unexcusable, and they are unable to really reveal themselves to the truth. The truth hurts. That's why they put themselves in a bubble that is unable to be popped because they're unable to let people in and to see them. Mental health among teenagers and young adults is a topic that needs to be discussed. Within this image is an episode that you see a lot of college students go through. They're sucking down into their own box, into corners that people are unable to peel through to get in. They're trapped. When you're trapped, you can't find an escape. You're in a maze with no ending. Imagine being in the place where you were unable to expose yourself. But look at this. Exposure brings you comfortability, and comfortability brings you exposure. A lot of college students go through this episode of being stressed out or being anxious because they have to go through exam time or they carry a lot on their shoulders. Some of the students are first generation students, so they have to worry about a lot. Whether I have to make sure my mom knows that I take this seriously, and it's a lot weighing on them. A lot of people have a lot of family members or even people in the community that invested a lot into them. And of course, you don't want to let them down. But the moment you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you letting someone down, you put yourself in a situation that you are trapped, and that is called depression. Depression is a trap. Take a look at this image. Have you ever thought about, dang, I had a friend that put her hand out for me, but I didn't grab it. Why didn't you take that hand? When you have a headache, you take a pill to cure your aid. But when you are going through depression, what do you take? Do you take a pill or do you end it? Suicide is a huge topic that is surfaced around the subjects of mental health illnesses. Okay, so on the next slide, it will be an image of how people go through these episodes of depression that they are isolated and they ice everybody off and they put themselves alone. But when you're alone, you go through it the worst. Seek help. Go to a counselor, go to a friend, go to someone of companionship that you love, that you know when you expose yourself, you're exposing yourself to something that will better you. Okay. Yes. 86% of college students felt overwhelmed. When you're feeling overwhelmed, you oftentimes do not seek help. Or you oftentimes try to go through issues and problems by yourself. That's mainly like, imagine it's midterm season and you want to make sure that your first pair of college grades are good. You're going to go through a state of stress, of feeling anxious to want to get that A, want to prove anybody that say you couldn't do it wrong. That's a lot of these college students. We conducted a survey that proved that out of 100 students, 15% of the people felt that they were stressed out and that it was caused by midterms or it was caused by making someone of their love, making their loved ones feel like they can accomplish their goals. 81% of college students have felt exhausted. I feel exhausted, and I know you do as well. I too am a college student. But when you feel exhausted, don't feel like it's the end. Keep going, keep pushing yourself. But when you're going through depression, it's like you're stopping yourself from fulfilling the task that you could. 30% of college students have felt too depressed to function. I'm sorry if I didn't mention the article, but this article is from How to Deal with Depression. It's a link from Healthline. But 6% of college students have seriously considered suicide. Suicide is something that is very, very dominant amongst college students. It's only because college students feel like they don't have an escape and that there's no way out. But understand that you're not here alone. It's people also going through the same thing as you are, either your classmates, even your teachers. Suicide is something that needs to be handled in a manner that is very healthy to the person towards the situation. Mental health is something that is very, very strong in today's society because a lot of people don't take it as serious. Within the Black community, mental health is not viewed as serious. It's only because people do not take African Americans serious when they are going through situations, mostly because they tend to think that they are stronger than what they are perceived to be. Look at this graph, for instance. 75% of college students do not seek help for mental health problems, and 1 in 4 college students suffers from some form of mental illnesses, including depression. Let's not think that anxiety and stress is not a key component towards this issue. 44% of American college students reported having symptoms of depression per Healthline. It is extremely imperative that we seek help when we are going through these situations because you do not want to be in a situation where you're unable to see yourself out. Within this graph provided by Daily Cal, it really just shows how suicide really is a strong answer for a lot of people suffering from mental health issues. 1 in 10 college students has considered suicide. Suicide is the second leading cause of college students. 31% of all college students say they felt so depressed in the past school year that they found it difficult to function. I've been there, trust me. We all feel depressed to the point that we feel like we can't go to class or we can't even wake up to enjoy a meal. Do not miss out on an opportunity. Like my mom would say, don't block your blessings. Depression is a situation that you should seek help and you will be able to be helped. Unless you put yourself in a situation to be exposed to the truth. Exposure is the key component to feeling closure from this situation. Mental health is a state of mind, and so is poverty. People living in poverty suffer from mental health illnesses because they are unable to get answers in the correct form, or people do not take them seriously. Within the years of 2011 and 2012, 10% of people have suffered from mental health illnesses and they were diagnosed by professionals. It is extremely intuitive that we take these issues into manners that will be helpful towards our students. Within the survey that was taken, we viewed that a lot of college students were not helped and they did not seek help. The people that they went to for help were their mom or their dad or even their boyfriends. But if you want to see professional help, I understand that a lot of people are scared to seek professional help because people just want to cure, they don't want to cure you, they just want to give you a diagnosis. But understand when you seek the appropriate help, you will get the appropriate cure. Mental health illnesses within college students reported that 1 in 4 students reported having suicidal thoughts or feelings. Now, we all been there to the point where we're like, we want to end it all. Or maybe you haven't. Maybe you just thought like, wow, what if I didn't have to do this? What if everything I'm doing is meaningless? It's not. Go back to what I said earlier. This is your pill. This is the pill you take to aid your pain. Seek help. Don't take what I say for granted. A lot of people resort to this as an answer, and it's not. Suicide is not the answer for your issues. 1 in 7 students reported engaging in abnormal, reckless behavior. Now, a lot of teachers do not see it abnormal when the students are acting out because they don't know their students, especially in college. But your friends do, your loved ones do. Seek help when you're unable to help yourself. And don't think that you can't help yourself because you can. Mental health illnesses and issues can be helped through self control. All you have to do is control yourself and control everyone around you. Put yourself first, always. This is by Psychology Today. Now, we have a video for you guys to enjoy, or rather for you to tune into. It is extremely imperative that you take this seriously and do not take this for granted. This is an opportunity for you to peel your eyes and to listen. 2 seconds. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. Oh, my bad. Pause it. That concludes this presentation, and thank you for your time.